Gentlemen, mind if I join you?
Yeah, we do.
Raymond Reddington.
Raymond Reddington? Concierge of crime? Man in the hat? Spy who stayed out in the cold?
Haven't heard that last one.
Global intrigue, pulse-pounding action and suspense, one of the most memorable characters on TV.
Well, isn't this your lucky day?
And a rogues gallery of diabolically fiendish underworld criminals.
We're pregnant.
Season 4 of The Blacklist had it all, including several jaw-dropping revelations and twists that left audiences everywhere stunned. Oh, and then, of course, this happened.
Why keep it a secret and not tell me you're my father?
Hi, I'm Ryan Eggold, and on the show I play Tom, Elizabeth Keene's on-again and off-again It's Kinda Complicated husband. Tonight it's my privilege to host a very special behind-the-scenes look into The Blacklist.
Time to send out the invitations.
Along the way, we'll talk to the dedicated men and women who work tirelessly to bring the coolest show on television to life. We'll journey into the most covert place of them all, the writer's room. Probe our executive producers on what the future holds for Red, Liz, and the team. We'll talk to our cast on what the future holds for their characters. And if that's not enough, we'll also enjoy a special sneak peek of the all-new season, a peek so top secret that even I haven't seen it. So settle in, relax, and prepare to go behind the Blacklist with me, your host, Ryan Eggold. Okay, so first, a little backstory. Red Reddington, the world's most wanted fugitive, turns himself into the FBI after 20 years on the run. He comes bearing a rather, shall we say, unique proposal.
Let's call it the Blacklist. That sounds exciting. I'm talking about the criminals who matter. The ones you can't find because you don't even know they exist.
With one little catch.
I speak only with Elizabeth Keene.
Why involve me? I'm nobody.
Oh, I think you're very special.
So this mystery man comes into Elizabeth Keene's life out of nowhere and upends her world forever.
What if I were to tell you that all the things you've come to believe about yourself are a lie?
We find out that Tom, Elizabeth's dashingly handsome husband, is not who he seems like at all. I am not here to hurt you.
Everything was a lie. My life was a lie.
We've seen the post office, the FBI unit tasked with working with Red, navigate the sometimes tricky moral ground that is necessary to travel in Red's world.
You've killed 3 people. I'm not perfect.
And we've even broken the internet with the apparent loss of Elizabeth Keene.
What's happening? Why isn't it working?
Who in fact faked her death in order to live a normal life and raise their newborn child with, again, husband, Tom. Now, after 4 years of taking down the world's worst of the worst, uncovering shadowy underworld conspiracies, and even becoming fugitives themselves at one point.
I'm not going to prison.
Hey! Season 4 changed the game again with the death of Red's longtime partner, Mr. Kaplan. And stunned us with the revelation that many of us suspected all along, Red Reddington is indeed Liz's father.
You have me, and I'm not going to let anything happen to you.
So you might be left wondering, who comes up with this stuff day after day, year after year? Well, to answer that question, we went to a top secret place that is way above my security clearance, the writer's room.
It is by far and away the hardest part of any part of a television show, I think, is to come up with the story. So we spend a week, it could be 2 weeks, and no one person comes up with that story. It is a collective undertaking to write a show where you have an anti-hero at the center.
Are you sick?
You have no idea.
In that way, I think one of the most fun things about writing these episodes is trying to come up with a satisfying criminal, a satisfying, surprising turn that people don't see coming.
The way that we operate, I guess I would say it's not the most traditional writer's room. There's a lot of trying to find like the weirdest things you can online, and I feel like some of my Google history is probably very suspect.
His name is Dr. James Covington. A few years ago, he was considered one of the top cardiothoracic surgeons in the country. Now, he runs an illegal organ transplant ring.
And you know how to find him?
No. Slushy?
Reddington really has been a process and trying to figure out who the guy is. And oftentimes that equals us Googling some strange location, trying to find some exotic food, some name or language that would be difficult for him to say. That's a fun thing to do, is like try to throw things into Spader's mouth.
My goodness, I haven't been in steerage since Li Yangping and I stowed away in a Chinese destroyer off the coast of Pulau Belitung.
You sit down behind the keyboard and you just think, if I were the best me, what would I do? And you write that for him.
How long has it been since your rail line has had a robbery?
What?
A robbery, a stick-up, like the Old West.
So, what are you talking about?
So you're going to walk back to get the manifest, or I'm going to stop this train, take your money, and give this rail line the most ridiculous PR disaster since the Newton boys robbed that mail train in Rondout.
The writers and I talk, yes, every day. And I've been very, very lucky in that it's been a strong collaboration right from the very beginning.
All I can say is the Johns have a plan, and they've had it since season 1, and they've been sticking to it, and that is all I'm legally allowed to say.
Note to the actors, be nice to the writers. Otherwise, they might write your death scene.
You could make it look like an accident.
Just look out of the water.